everybody, welcome to this week's episode of Pushing Through. This is the special Black History Month edition, baby. We finna go right deep down into some things we discovered. But before we go into that, I'm Nicole.
I'm Andrea.
And now she got the Ice Cube on. I got the Black Girl Magic on. The start of Black History Month is here. I'm excited because I want to share with you all some discoveries I made. I don't even think I've talked to you about this. So, y'all all know, well maybe you don't, that I'm trying to find out if Justin Timberlake is my cousin.
Oh my God.
Now,
okay.
Let's be very clear. I'm not interested in the proximity to whiteness. That is not why. I'm like, well, reparations, we trying to fight for reparations. I mean, Justin, you balling. If I'm your cousin, bruh, like, can you pay for my college tuition? Can you finish paying for her college, her esthetician school? Like, I'm just trying to see, can we put a claim in directly to the descendants, that got money, because, our families was working for free. Okay? So, we all know, that our great-grandmother's name is Tommy Simpkins. You heard of Mother Dear. She never met Mother Dear. Well, she did, but she was 3 months old. She didn't know. And so...
She didn't know.
She knew, you didn't know.
No, so it's funny. It's funny.
Mother Dear, or Tommy Simpkins' mother, her name is Molly Timberlake. And that is why I feel like Justin Timberlake is my cousin. Because Molly Timberlake is from Tennessee. And so is Justin Timberlake. So the Timberlakes are obviously a family that has been in Tennessee for a long time, right? All right. So here I am on Ancestry.com. I'm like, right? Every so often, what Ancestry will do is send you a hint. Like, they'll be like, is this your relative? Is this your ancestor? Like, and then you have to go in and kind of look. So I'm looking around and it was a hit on Molly Timberlake. So I'm like, okay, well, let me see what this is. Y'all, I was like, what is this slave? It said something like slave narrative. And I was like, slave narrative? What is it? So I click on it. Y'all, it was the slave narrative of my great-grandmother's father. His name is Henry Piles. So I'm like, what the hell? So I'm reading it and he's talking about when he was born, when his mother was born, talking about where the plantation, growing up, the master, the slave owner and all that stuff. And then so I'm like, well, I got to make sure this is the same person that I'm thinking was married to Molly Timberlake, right? So I'm reading. And at the end he says, I married Molly Timberlake. And we had 10 children. So I'm reading the list of children. And my great-grandmother, Tommy, is listed. And then it says we moved from Tennessee to Oklahoma, which I knew that they did. And he was like, when we moved to Haskell, Oklahoma wasn't even a city yet. It was still Indian territory. I guess that, Native American land. And he had done a lot of work to help build the city, like all the contracting work and stuff. So I'm sitting here reading this like, first of all, this confirms that I am a descendant of slaves, right? Which is like crazy. I guess we shouldn't be surprised, but to actually like have it.
So isn't everybody?
No, not necessarily. There were some black people in America that were not slaves, enslaved. I try to use the word enslaved instead of slaves. But so literally now we have physical proof of that, right? That's the one thing. The second thing is I'm kind of mad at him though, because he didn't talk about how he met his wife or anything. He was like, yeah, I married Molly Timberlake and we had 10 kids. She died 15 years ago. I'm like, God damn, bro, why you didn't say like I met her over here? I'm like, damn, bro. But I mean, I guess he figured this was my slave narrative, not hers, right? And apparently that slave narrative is many volumes of this slave narrative from different people. And this one was particularly from Oklahoma. And it was written in the 1930s, which means my great-grandmother, Tommy, was in LA by that time. And her dad was 80 years old in Oklahoma still. So I was like, damn, this is crazy. I had always wondered, like, I think I'm one generation, like, as far as my research, I was like, if I can go back one more generation, I can figure out about the slave thing. And I found it. So I want to try to figure out her side, though, the Timberlake side, a little bit more. I think I have a name of Molly Timberlake's dad. So we'll see what we can find. But maybe we might be related to Justin Timberlake. We might be the black cousins. And I also feel like, too, I don't know if I've shared this, that I'm related to Michael Vick in some way, right? Obviously, my dad's name is Vick. There's not a lot of black Vics I see walking around. Michael Vick's mom is the Vic in the family, not his dad. So it's like, it'll be interesting to see. Like, I might have like some celebrity relatives and stuff. So
I mean, yeah, but I don't know if that means necessarily that they'll like be like, oh, hey, cousin.
I know, but I'm just saying, can you pay my college tuition now?
I just wanted you to know that the reality of it is.
But I want them to buy me a car or can I have free tickets to the thing?
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I don't know if that's how that works. Just saying. Like, I hear you, but I don't know if that's how that works.
I just want to see though.
Okay. Just letting you know that's not really how
like, can I send a letter? Excuse me, can I have this? And then thank you. Because I know you feel bad about slavery, so can you...
Don't go on the DMs with all the rest of the people that's DMing them.
No, Bobby like, nah.
Okay.
We can quantify the hours of labor, the time. And this is how much money it be in today's dollars. All that unpaid labor.
Yeah. Anyways.
I'm just saying. Reparations. And speaking of reparations, the last thing I'll say about it and about Black History Month and kind of our direct link to it. Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I was commenting on something on Instagram, and this lady was like, hey, there's an attorney in Oklahoma that's looking to get people that are ancestors or descendants, I guess, of people that were in Tulsa. And so I did call them and put my name on it on the list, and they're supposed to call me back because my grandmother and my great grandmother were in Tulsa at that time. I think my grandmother was like 2 years old when the Black Wall Street massacre happened. So we'll see. It's really interesting to see like this sort of rejuvenation or re-interest in trying to do reparations and really trying to figure out what happened and the extent of all this and what this really means for this country. So that's just my take on it. You probably now know a lot more about your family history than probably most people do. So we're just going to keep digging. We're just going to keep pushing through it, digging through and see what we can find. And then you can share with your kids, and then hopefully we just continue to at least have that knowledge in the family, because I think it's really important. Other people know where their families came from. We should be able to know as well. So that's all I gotta say. What you gotta say?
No, that was it. I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything to say.
Okay, well then that's all right.
Happy Black History Month. I wish, it wasn't the shortest month, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
We won't even go into that one.
Eso sí que es.
I'm sorry, that's funny. Because there was this thing like that. It was like, spell socks with the Spanish accent. Yeah.
Somebody said that too. Somebody said, why? I was watching somebody and they said, people ask me why I spell socks. She said, it is what it is in Spanish. Eso sí que es. Not socks. Anyway. Bye, y'all. Hope you have a beautiful Black History Month. Please take the time to learn about your family if you can. And reflect. Talk to some of your elders in the community. They know some things. And learn something. All right, y'all. The struggle continues. What is it, like this? That's it. Black power.
I guess.
Black lives matter.
I can't really do it because of my
your nails.
Oh.
All right, y'all.
That's mine.
See you next week. We're hoping to do some interviews with Black business owners in our community. So stay tuned for that. All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.